Hello everyone, my name is Shane, also known as Wonder subset of Nevermore Niche, and today I'll be providing a tutorial on how to make a custom level in a game we have previously looked at on the channel, Supermoves. When I talked about the custom level mode in the review, I have only shown a small piece of the mode as an example, so in this video I will be focusing on creating the custom level itself and how it works. First thing to do is go into the Make tab on the menu, then you choose the level kit, which in this case would be the stage you want to make your level on. Afterwards, select the game mode of your choice for your level, and finally after naming your level, you will be launched into the custom level where you are provided an open space for you to create your stage. Now when creating your stage, you are given a variety of the game's assets and categories such as blocks, walls, floors, shapes, hazards, and more. With these assets, you can create your own course in different ways to provide unique traversal methods, whether it be for a single player or multiple players racing against each other. You can also switch between different level kits to use different items from different levels to help provide for your course. Now in creating my stage, I decided to start it off with a ramp leading to a trampoline to allow momentum for the players when vaulting over the upcoming wall. Then with two support beams being a distance from each other, I provided tight ropes to get across and added one of the spinning hazards at the end of the support to make it trickier. Also, I want to apologize if you see my character lagging out throughout the video. It's because I had different programs and softwares installing in the background while running the game. Speeding things up a little here, I decided to add supports to turn to the other side of the map while adding walls in an attempt to add a wall run segment for this race, which was really difficult to say the least. Not only was it tedious to try to add the walls on top of the supports due to a specific angle the camera needs to be at, but it was also hard to line the walls up together properly to the point where I had to put one wall behind the other just to continue it, and it just looked uneven at certain points, so I just had to work around it and hope for the best. After adding two half variations of the half pipe at the end of the wall run section, I connected some concrete tubes together to make two different pipes with corners at the ends to exit out of to lead into the next section of the map. Now whether you slide down the half pipe or just drop down, you can still gain some momentum when going through the half pipe, allowing you to slide through a little quicker. Here I added 3 boulder launches to the side just to make this section harder to go through because I wanted to make this a little more challenging. I then added some vaults and arcs on each side leading to half pipes and then to these blue cubes. Next I will make 2 separate rail grinding sections. I did this by taking these metal pillars and line them up into 2 separate sides. After lining them up, I take the grind tool and connect each of them to the top of each pillar to make a rail to grind on. I added some trampolines at the beginning of each rail so players can jump on them to give themselves some air to hop on the rails, or they can use the front flip super move from the blue cube. I also went back to the first wall run section and added 2 trampolines behind the half pipe to provide an alternate path in case players fall off the walls. Next, I made another hazard section using foam cubes, which inhibits and slows the movement of players. On each side of the cubes, I placed more of these T-shaped pillars up to add another wall running section, which just like before was a real pain to try to work with. It also didn't help that the pillars were unaligned and floaty due to the collision detection from the foam cubes. After finishing the final wall running section leading to the finish line, it's time to test our custom map. Now, as you can probably tell, this was my first attempt at making a custom level. A lot of the parts of the course, such as the hazards and obstacles to traverse, feel very compressed. I did not leave a lot of room to move around in, such as trying to avoid the spinning hazard leading into the wall running section, which that section itself wasn't made well either due to the walls being so short in height and being so close together, so I pretty much found myself falling every time. Then after going through the pipes leading to the next section of the track, I noticed that the cannons shooting out the giant rubber balls were not only too close to each other, but the amount I added was too much, which made going through this section a lot more difficult than I wanted it to be. Mainly for the runner on the left lane due to them receiving the first hit from them and giving the runner on the right lane a less likely chance to be hit, which makes this segment rather unbalanced. Plus, they tend to bounce around more due to how many obstacles there are here, so regardless of what side you're on, you'll have a chance to get hit. Then finally, the rail grinding segment that leads to another wall running part, which just like the last one resulted in the walls being too close to each other, but this time being too high. So I found myself falling into the hazard foam cubes below each time with only 1 or 2 successful lucky wall runs. Yeah, so a rough first attempt on creating a level, which was primarily on me, but something to learn over time. I hardly used my super moves for this level, because it was hard to actually implement them and it proved more to be a pain than a benefit. In terms of the make a level mode overall, it's pretty well made. Fans of sandbox games such as Minecraft and Gary's Mod are sure to get enjoyment out of this mode with access to the game's variety of stages in addition to all of the game's assets that can be used to bring their creative ideas to life. If you wish to create your own levels, you also have the option to publish them for other players to enjoy and experience a new unique stage each time they play. Thank you all for watching the tutorial on how to make a custom level in Supermoves, and have a great day.